Anyway, hi, Zio Spintera, the host of Inner Fetish. And don't worry about getting tied up to the wire that comes with the Moondrop May, because here's the thing. The May, which, again, Barks Art, Moondrop, fucking I would say stellar and spectacular, and it's coming out stellar, so there you go. So what blew me away a little bit was like, hey, it comes with a wire. It's really nice. Look at this nice wire. It's a nice 4-wire weave wire. Oh, it's nice. Oh, it's got a microphone what? Oh my God, the end is USB-C. So this IEM comes with a USB-C cable. Only a USB-C cable. And it's a Moondrop IEM. And I was like, well, fuck you. Fuck the future. We're going back. We're doing old school. Zeus is going to pull out his Chimera cable, which is my Let Sure collab replacement cable. I burned it into the burner rig with some random wire because I wanted it to run in. And then I plugged it in this, and I'm like, I'm going to assess this straight out of an amp. Well, amp DAC. And if it sucks, then I know they're doing a lot to correct it with DSP, which is what they keep talking about is DSP. And DSP, there's too many wires in this desk that look almost identical in color. Anyway, it turns out these are fucking fantastic. And I had the pleasure of listening to them for approximately 60 seconds before I knew the price. Usually, if it's like really fancy IEM, I'll be like, I'll guess the price. I guessed the last one within $40. And it was an $800 IEM, so I'm getting pretty good at it. So I see this. I see beautiful waifu. I see it comes with a USB cable. I find out it is a 10mm dynamic, 6mm planar hybrid, which is very similar to like Rinko's design. And I'm thinking about him going like, all right, for 40 fucking 5 seconds, I knew the price of this was like $150 to $200. Because why else would you sell it with the custom USB-C cable, which I just installed the app to play with the EQ settings. We'll play with that live in a second. Put them in my ears and like, wow, these sound fucking great. Moondrop, $65. Ruinously good for $65. And we haven't even got to the part where, as wallpapers, we haven't even got to the part where I just did those. Where the hell are they? There they are. $64.90 fucking 9. What? What? 30 ohms, 120 sensitivity, USB-C. It talks about all the things, and it talks about how the planar driver looks very similar to the one. So I guess there's only one way to really make it where it's like stacked in a row. And that girl's under a sheet. I don't know where she is. She's just climbing under a thing. It's showing me specs for the measurements on this, because this is essentially a dongle. This is a dongle-less wire dong. So let me describe the IEMs. Yossi Horikawa, great fucking song. Let me describe the IEM Starlings. They have this interesting thing going on. So you at waifu front, and then your measurements back, and then tells you about the things, sapphire, plated, diaphragm dynamics, annular, planar, magnetic. And then you get like the little card that is a girl just going, ugh, with IEMs. And you get this box, and you could just barely make out. It's like a clover pattern. It's like a combination 5-leaf clover, 3-leaf clover pattern. And that continues onto the IEMs, which in very Moondrop fashion, like the variations, is an opaque smoke acrylic that you could see into, and then a beautiful plate. And the plate is that same pattern of the clovers, the 5- and 3-leaf clovers. It kind of looks like a fashion accessory. It's kind of like a Louis Vuitton thing where they say LV, 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 LV over and over and over and over again. Only they're going with this pattern. I've got Sednafitix elastic tips. Comes with a pretty standard setup tips. I don't even bother anymore with standard tips. I just put the ones on I know I like. These, I haven't gone through like foam or anything. So the fact that they're working great default on these means you could explore a little bit more with foam. I might do that. I'm going to pause this video in a second when it's time to assess how much shittier the USB-C off my phone is versus the $1,000 topping DX9. That'll be a thing. And also maybe the wire, you know, I don't think the Chimera wire is adding any benefits to sound, but whoa. This is not a $64 IEM. Like, There's a mislabeling. Put a 1 in front of it so it makes sense to me, please, Moondrop. All right, $164 makes perfect sense because you're getting a $120 IEM and a $40, you know, cable that happens to have an amp and a DAC in it. That makes sense for how these fucking sound. Having all this for $64, I get confused. My brain and my body are just like, nope. In fact, I'm going to plug this in now that this has been murder balled a little bit. Hi, Millum. Unlock. Boom. Allow... What? It just said allow the Moondrop May to do a thing. All right. Add. Oof. About devices, my devices. All right, let me just try plugging it in again without it being locked. Permissions. And now we're back to Millum. What the fuck just happened? I don't know what's going on. Moondrop link, my devices, searching for device. It doesn't need the IEMs plugged into it to turn on. What was that warning? It's going away too fast. I want to just like read it for a second. This app is not granted record permissions, but could capture audio through USB device. USB device might prevent hearing calls, notifications, and alarm. Allow Moondrop to access May. Okay. Go. Searching device. Go. Wallpaper download. Wipe data settings. Night mode, please. Thank you, God. We get some color options. That's nice. The fact that it has a night mode makes this app already the best app that's ever been downloaded to my phone. Not available in the Play Store. You got to get it direct from Moondrop because sketchy Chinese reasons always. I'm hitting the plus button. I'm going to allow it to manage files. Even that's fucking stupid. USB device. There it goes. It finally decided. Maybe that's why, because it's coming up with a USB device. Okay, now audio device. Now searching. About. This is going to be a fucking nightmare, isn't it? Select device type. We did that already. All right, let's go back to talking about how these sound. Because we'll get to that. It's honestly irrelevant. Even if it just plays fine off of this, these are so good for $64 fucking dollars. Like, hello, everyone who loves your variations. How would you like a $64 version of the variations? That's where we're at with these. Like the low end hitting and the sound stage and the clarity of everything. It's like, what? What? I am fully unprepared for this review simply because of finding out the price just now. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. You could just lose these at $65 and be like, ah, damn, those are $65 IEMs. Time to buy a whole other set. And it's like, well, they were worth $500 in sound. So it's like, because the variations are still a $520 IEM. And while I haven't heard those in a couple weeks, maybe even months, I know, for shame. Putting these in my ears, you know what? If I can't get that wire to work, because it's my phone usually. My Sony phone just doesn't like things. And Chinese apps don't like things. I'm sure I can get it to work fine. Otherwise, Moondrop would have a billion things on, problems on record. Let's try I gotta know. It's like that scene from Dirty Harry. I gots to know. If the bass is insane with a silicone set, what happens when you put Daddy Render on here? Oh, these are slightly large nozzles. There we go. Nozzle fidelity. That's a good name. When they're slightly large, you really gotta like get in there and you gotta like push it in the hole and wrap it around. So let me tell you what nothing's playing. Let them go in, let them sit, let them settle. We'll keep playing that Yoshi Horikawa song. We'll back it up a little bit. All right, now that is oppressive bass, and I love it. By the way, look at this nice case you get, too. How the fuck is this $65? The fuck is wrong with you? Look at this, like, round with a little net, and it's like, this is a nice-ass case. For a $100 IEM, for a $200 IEM, I'd be like, oh, this is a nice case. Should I close the app? App info, force stop, okay, open, my device, search and device, add a device, search and device. Maybe it does need the things on the end. I feel like it shouldn't. Yeah, no, it's just being weird. Bluetooth device? USB device? What I need is another device. It knows it's there. You know what? Let's just see if it actually plays sound. So hold on. Let's just shuffle all tracks. Well, it's not playing out of the phone, which means it's probably playing out of the May wire. Yeah, links to my render tips in the descriptions because holy fuck. Not that you need that extra bass, but if you blow them up for $65, you just buy another set. Giving the Moondrop, what was their last IEM that was like good? Because I'm pretty sure it was. What was their last IEM that was good? I have the illuminations. I was just putting away the illuminations. But it's playing music, so it is working. New York City. Oh, I can control the volume with the thingy on the wire. Oh, it's got pause in the middle. Double tap for next track. No last track unless... Nope, that's volume up. Hold for up and down. We definitely have a pause. Double tap is next. Hold is for the Google thing, which I will allow. How's the weather in Saskatchewan? Jesus, fuck. Screw that. There doesn't seem to be a last track on this. And I read the instruction manual because there was one and there was no instructions on it. Next. Usually it's triple click to go back. So the fact that this is now working, so let me give it a little bit of an assessment. I would love not to go to Saskatchewan, but to get this to work. If this worked, you get EQ adjustments, you get all sorts of things. So for $64, let's assume, all right, ready? I'm going to sell these. Moondrop, watch this. For $64, you get a USB cable that usually works on an app that lets you inject EQ into it. I don't know if it loads the EQ permanently on the cable so you can unplug it from this device and plug it in somewhere else. I don't know. Birdman OST, and it is fucking great. So for $64, you got a cable. By the way, we're throwing in these free IEMs. By the way, those IEMs are a $299 value because that's what they fucking sound like. This is spectacular. This is the dumbest. Fuck, you know, it really is weird because it's bad enough I got to keep up with the YouTube algorithm. Now I got to keep up with the actual price to performance of all these Moondrop things and shit. And it's just coming out. These don't make any sense for $64. And for $164, it'd be a fucking bargain. That bass is just, fuck. Sold. Moondrop, I don't need to do any more advertising for you. You won the game, all right? Whatever tips you want, I don't know, I would probably not go with the renders if you really want to like chill out. These really bring the intensity to that low end. But that's a lot of people out there. And the fact you get a free USB cable that kind of works sometimes when it feels like it. Obviously it works no matter what. It's just getting the app to do the programming things is what I want to see. Or you can go get a Chimera cable, or you want to go fucking berserk. Here you go. Get your $64 IEMs and put them on a $360 Purple Asylum Cadmus 8W effect cable. Zeos. This is a Zeos' merch, by the way. This is merch. Collaborations are one thing. It's my merch. You're welcome for the wallpaper also. So yeah, wallpaper in the Horde. Links to this fucking so what am I linking? Am I linking this or am I linking these? They're a little bit tight. And they're 2-pin too, which is nice. So here you can get some of the best Moondrop IEMs I've heard, like straight up there, put them right next to variations. I would have no qualms if like, well, you could either get the variations or these and we'll give you the equivalent in Chinese food for the next year. Give me the fucking Chinese food, man. The maize are spectacular. I didn't expect them to be this cheap, number one. Then I didn't expect them to be this good, number two. And then I didn't expect them to just fucking kick my ass, number three. Anyway, I'm done. Wallpaper things. Patreon, Subscribe Star. See a bunch of IEM reviews early. I'm recording 4 or 5 today. They'll all be free on Patreon and Subscribe Star. They'll be scheduled every third day to come out in this channel. So if you can't wait, check out my Patreon or Subscribe Star. You'll see the free posts. Other than that, yeah, we're good. Thank you. Thank you, Moondrop. You've made my life so much easier because now it's like, well, you got my $50 Blonde collab. You got my $100 Rinko collab. But right in the middle, well, there's a ton of $80 things, but $65 fucking dollars? Yeah, boy.